Hey guys, welcome back to the BulkLoads Podcast. I got Joe in here with me today.
What's going on, Tyler?
Joe is, you guys have probably interacted with Joe in some fashion, some way or another. Joe actually does our digital marketing. He does everything on social media with us. So if you've ever messaged in on Facebook or Instagram, he's the one that's replying back, posting your truck pictures, stuff like that. And he also does a lot of our video editing and promo videos, customer testimonials and stuff, which he's really good at. So for those who haven't seen or met Joe yet, here he is. You get the honor today.
Well, yeah, I guess you just didn't know you were interacting with me. I was kind of behind the scenes. So
yeah.
Now you can put a face to the person you communicate with a little bit. So
yeah, we're honored to have you here, Joe. Jared's actually out for this intro and outro. He's actually doing some things with his family. So we have the honor of kind of taking his place and filling in for him. Today's kind of a cool episode. It's kind of a throwback episode. We actually had Michael Holland with Martin Vibration Systems on again. He was on the BulkLoads podcast not that long ago, talking about kind of their products and what they're offering. So he's came on again to do the same thing. They got some cool stuff that they're coming out with. Michael's touched on some follow-up stuff that he mentioned in the last podcast. And he mentioned some really cool stuff. What I really thought was cool that Michael was talking about was the difference between permanent mounted vibrators and the portable ones that they offer. I didn't know that, like whenever you go and buy a new trailer, you have the option to add on permanent vibrators from the manufacturer.
Yeah, to me, it kind of seemed like an option a car dealer would give you.
Yeah.
For like an upgrade, which in all reality, it kind of seems standard to have on a hopper bottom for efficiency wise. And me being relatively new to the industry, I had no clue what a vibrator was in the bulk freight trucking industry. So this is a whole new world for me that just opened up, and it's fascinating because there's this one little piece of a relatively big industry that I would never known about unless I listened to this podcast. So
yeah, and there's so much stuff. There's so many benefits to having a vibrator on your hopper. And they've even touched on they're making some for dump trailers as well. But man, it's like the efficiency and the time savings wrapped up. I mean, I know they're expensive. I think Michael said in the podcast they can be upwards of like $1,600.
Yeah.
But whenever you factor in the time savings and the damage savings to your trailer by not, swinging a hammer at it, I think it's completely worth it at the end.
Yeah, it kind of blew my mind hearing there was cases where some people can swing a sledgehammer for 4 hours.
4 hours.
To empty a hopper bottom.
Yeah.
And this, in the episode, it said can save on average 50% of your time.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah,
like that's a no-brainer compared to the price. So
yeah. Michael mentioned in the episode, towards the end, they do have kind of a podcast special promo that they're doing for this episode. So stick around to the end and make sure to catch that, what Michael was saying. So without further ado, Michael Holland with Martin Vibration Systems.
Hey, Michael, thanks for coming back on.
No problem, Jared. Thanks for having me. I think it's like the third time I've been on.
It has. Yeah. I was just looking. It's been a couple of years, so we thought this would be a good refresher. Our podcast continues to grow, man, every week. Now we're on YouTube, so we're doing this via video. Yeah. So yeah, I thought this would be just a good refresher to have our audience hear about you. So let's start with that, Michael. Give us the high level who you guys are and where you all are in the marketplace, and specifically beneficial for our client base.
Yep. So my name is Michael Holland. I'm with Martin Vibration Systems and Solutions out of Marine City, Michigan. We are one of the industry leading providers for vibration equipment, as well as the leading manufacturer of hopper trailer vibrators. As you have heard in previous podcasts, I would say we are the number one provider for hopper bottom trailer vibrators. So
how long has the company been around, and I mean supplying vibrators specifically for the hopper business?
So hopper trailers, we've been around for 10 years. Our parent company, Martin Engineering, makes piston vibrators as well as the ball vibrators that people use on the hopper trailers, as well as various other applications. So they've been in business 60 plus years.
I know this, but for maybe even someone new listening, kind of explain what a vibrator is and then the types that there are. I mean, there's permanently mounted ones, there's suction cup, temporary ones. Give us a lowdown kind of how this works, and then we're going to even talk about the benefits right after that.
Yep. So there's two main types of vibrators that are used on trailers. Let's focus on hopper bottom trailers right now. So we have the pneumatic vibrators. So we have the permanently mounted vibrators that slide into the brackets on the trailers, or you have the portable vibrators like we offer, like the Empty Fast hopper trailer vibrator.
Yep.
The problem with the permanently mounted vibrators is they're located in the wrong location on the trailer. It is way too rigid where it is on the knock rail, and it cannot efficiently transmit the vibration into the load. So with our Empty Fast hopper trailer vibrator, when it was released around 10 years ago, 7 to 10 years ago, it can be put anywhere you want on the trailer where you're having issues. That way you're not limited to just the knock rail, and it's been selling like crazy ever since.
Talk about because how it's all air driven, right?
That's correct. It's powered off of the emergency brake glad hand. So the way we ship our unit, it has the vacuum mounted vibrator assembly, obviously, as well as a 50-foot hose with the emergency brake glad hand. So what the truck driver does is plugs it into that glad hand connection. He energizes the emergency brakes and he's good to go.
What products or commodities you see this really used for more than anything?
DDGs and the various types of meals. I mean, you can use it on anything that goes in these hopper trailers. Anything helps. So
yeah,
we've yet to find a product that it doesn't like.
I guess my bigger question would be, I would think like if you're running a hopper trailer specifically, like why wouldn't you have this? Like it almost like it needs to be like when you buy a hopper trailer, this has to come with it. Even I mean, not a permanently one, but like it's just like I'm trying to describe like it's like having a semi truck without a steering wheel. I mean, like you'd almost have to have it. Why wouldn't you?
You typically would want it. You'd be surprised how many people call that they just got a brand new trailer from Timpty that says, yeah, we put the permanently mounted vibrators on. They do nothing. We're like, well, you should have just bought the vibrator from us originally. It's lower cost in the long term now because it's not cheap to put the vibrators on the trailers from the factory. And by the time you use them, they don't work, and then you got to buy our product.
So the ones, and I'm not slinging mud at Timpty, the ones that Timpty installs permanently, they're not MT, they're not Martin Vibration. Okay. They're a different brand.
Yep. So Martin Vibration Systems doesn't sell any permanently mounted vibrators for the hopper trailers. Okay. All we sell is this Martin Empty Fast hopper trailer vibrator. So it's a portable vibrator. And Timpty and all the various manufacturers, they purchase direct from us. So they sell them to their customers when the permanent ones don't work. So they know they work.
Talk a little bit about the product itself, but like, I mean, I assume like what's the lifespan of these? Can you give us a little ballpark kind of just on, I know you don't have to talk about specific prices, but price range to have one of these. I mean, again, this is an asset and I want to really kind of go into how this is a time saver.
Yep.
And how valuable is your time?
For sure.
And to have one of these is going to make you money over the course of a year,
for sure.
You know, on the time savings versus being a cost.
So right now you're going to be anywhere between $1,500 to $1,600 for one of these. And we can talk about a deal we're doing for the podcast as well as new orders coming in right now. We say it takes your unloading time down by 50%.
Wow.
Yeah. So you would be surprised how many people call in. I was just out of my trailer swinging a hammer for 4 hours, and they're like, I can't do this anymore. So we're like, well, give our Empty Fast hopper trailer vibrator a try, and they do. They call back, oh, it took an hour and a half after being out there for 4 hours. You're like, I will never unload a trailer without it again.
I think about it just from a health or safety aspect. Why wouldn't you, even if you have company drivers, supply one of them versus swinging a hammer, you know, risk them doing whatever, shoulder injury or something on the trailer, having to get up in there or get around to get this product down when you could be using this product.
You hit the nail on the head, and that's how we try to sell it. The risk that is associated with swinging the hammer, crawling underneath the trailer, climbing into the trailer to try to sweep it out or shovel it out it's not worth the risk. And that's why we think we know our Empty Fast is the best on the market.
Is there any, I mean, this is a hard question to ask. Is there any long term, or have you ever seen just from shaking that trailer, any damaging or wear and tear by using that product?
Nope. So we've been selling this vibrator 7 to 10 years, like I said. Fultz Trucking out of Detroit Lakes, Minnesota was instrumental with creating this with us. They were trailers the first that have them. Every single one of their trucks and trailers that they own has one. They do not allow their drivers to hit on the trailer, and there is no damage caused by the vibrator itself. You'll see some people say, oh, it leaves marks on the trailers from the pad. It's a non-marking pad, and what it's actually doing is polishing the trailer.
So actually cleaning
So
it or polishing
it's
it
cleaning the exactly.
leaving a mark.
Yeah. And I know you asked about lifespan of the vibrator. So we have vibrators out there that are 7 years old with no maintenance required whatsoever besides the air compressor tool oil every once in a while. It all depends how you take care of it, just like everything else in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
There's some companies that buy it for their drivers, and the drivers treat it like it's not theirs, and they're buying parts all the time. So
you mentioned earlier, the parent company engineer. I mean, obviously you guys have designed this product. The world's moving at light speeds right now with technology and features and products. Can you speak of anything else that you guys maybe have in the pipeline, or other technologies that you guys are looking to help solve specifically in our industry, in the bulk?
Yes. I know last time we touched on the two other product lines that we have for the trucks. We have an empty fast dry bulk trailer vibrator for the pneumatic tankers.
Yep.
We've been selling a ton more of those now, and everyone loves it that uses it. Anyone hauling cement or powders or anything in those pneumatic tankers knows how difficult it is to get out. So they love using it. And then last time we touched on our new vibrator for the dump trailers. It's an electric vibrator that is operated with a key fob per se. We're still moving forward with that. We're just waiting on the patent approval. It takes so long to get a patent nowadays. It's unreal.
So this one's not in the market yet. You're waiting on the patent.
We have them available. Just the patent hasn't been approved. It's so what it is a key fob like you use to start your car and unlock it.
Yeah.
It can turn the vibrator on and off, and it's all Bluetooth and remote controlled. So there's no wires running in to the cab or anything like that to turn the switch on. So literally mount the vibrator underside the dump bed, hook this control box up, and press the button, and away you go.
You're talking about the ones that are mounted are always in the wrong spot. Has there ever been consolidation or working with trailer manufacturers to figure out a better way to offer a vibration system in these trailers?
I would assume other companies have worked with them, but we know how well our empty fast works. It'd be hard to go away from it. So you'll never be able to mount or weld a bracket to the thinner walls of the hoppers and get that flexibility it needs to shake the product out. So that's why we use the portable style.
Nice.
Yep.
I guess lastly, I'd asked you about coming on this podcast. You guys have been fans of us, which is awesome. And equally, we love promoting your services. You all have a promo for anybody listening to the BulkLoads Podcast?
Yeah, so we've been working on a little new project lately. It is a carrying case for our empty fast hopper trailer vibrator. It comes with the vibrator now whenever you purchase it. It contains spare parts that you'll possibly need over time. It houses everything in one box with a foam pad on top and bottom to secure it during transport. And we know and feel that it's the best thing that has happened for the empty fast vibrator since it was released. And like we're saying to our customers that call in right now, the best hopper trailer vibrator just got better. So
that's awesome.
And what we're doing. So if you purchase a new one now, it will be coming with it. We're moving forward with that. And if you, let's say, have bought a vibrator from us in the past, you can buy it from us for a reduced cost. That's no problem. Or if you refer a friend and they purchase the vibrator, we will send the carrying case to you for free.
Nice.
So, yep.
As far as someone listening to this and they want to learn more information about your company and these products, and even purchasing them, where would they go?
So you would go to our website, www.shake-it.com, or you can give us a call at 472-477-4634, and anyone here can help you out.
Awesome. And are you all strictly B2B? Do you guys, can people buy these retail stores?
So there's no retail stores. We typically ship direct to the customer with UPS ground, or they can come pick it up if they're in the area. We do that all the time. Some Tempe dealers and various other manufacturers have these sometimes. Not going to say there's a lot. They might have one sitting around.
I got in. Do you all, we're kind of getting more towards the end of the summer. There actually early this year, in July, there was the Walcott Truck Jamboree. There's mats and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys go to any of these truck events where people can see the product itself?
We have never been to a show or convention to sell this. Everything has been through word of mouth, Facebook, YouTube, and internet searches.
Good. That's awesome.
So,
we've been doing more of that. Maybe we can rep your product for you at one of these events or show people.
We're looking into going to some shows to try to generate more sales. I mean, it never hurts. So
yeah, awesome. Well, Michael, buddy, we appreciate you being a longtime supporter and member with BulkLoads. I can still remember years ago talking to you, and
we appreciate everything you guys do. And we love being on the show.
Yeah, we serve the same audience, just in different capacities, and it's always great to have other partners helping support our network. So, man, we're very appreciative of that. So, hey, thanks again for coming on the show.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, Joe, overall thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, once again, like I said in the intro, this is like a whole new world for me. So I was just soaking in information. But one of the things that surprised me was manufacturers will directly buy from Martin vibration systems such as Tempe and Wilson. So they already have an established relationship, and they know that that product is good, because I guess fixed systems just cannot, I guess, provide the same flexibility as this detachable one with the suction cup, which is kind of, that fascinated me.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting, that they have the partnership, which is pretty cool. Overall, Michael did a good job explaining just the products they offer, and it's cool what they're coming out with, like the carrying case that he mentioned, which you guys can get if you go, whenever you contact, I think their website is www.shake-it.com. You can go there, and whenever you purchase one of their vibrators, you can say, if you don't mind, just mention the BulkLoads Podcast. That's where you heard us from, and they'll throw in a free carrying case for you. Now, if you already own a Martin vibrator, all you have to do is refer a friend, and they'll give you a carrying case. I think didn't he say it has extra parts in it and stuff as well?
Yeah, I think it was like common pieces that might need to be replaced.
Yeah.
Just peace of mind as well. So
yeah, so that I mean, if you already own one, you might as well get it. Especially if you can get it for free, all you got to do is refer a friend, and all they have to do is buy it. Yeah. So overall, I mean, it was a good episode. I always love having returning guests back on to see.
Just a life update.
Yeah, a life update. See where their products lie today versus the last time we had them on the episode.
Yeah. And I also liked what Jared said at the end there. He said we serve the same audience. It's just in different capacities, and I guess both BulkLoads and Martin vibration systems were based around efficiency and technology to support the bulk freight trucking industry, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's good. Other than that, we have the TMS webinar coming up August 23rd in the afternoon. I know we mentioned it in the past couple episodes, but if you have not yet registered and you're curious what Bulk TMS is, or now it's referred to as BulkLoads Plus, we've built an amazing team around that software. And if you're still using Excel to dispatch or keep track of your freight, definitely check it out. You can do so at bulktms.com. There's a webinar tab on there. You just click there. You can sign up for it. I've done a couple of webinars, and I'd say the number one reason I love them so much is just because you can enter them and leave them as you please, and it doesn't notify anyone, and the camera's off and the mic's off, so that's my favorite thing about it. But it's going to be exciting. We've never done one before on BulkLoads Plus, so it's going to be really interesting. I think we have upwards of 70 people now registered, so it's going to be a packed room. We only have a couple more spots left.
It's a hot commodity right now.
Yeah. So definitely check that out. Other than that, we have the BulkLoads conference next year that we're starting to plan for. If you're interested in getting tickets for the conference, go to bulkfreightconference.com and you can enter your email there, and we'll be the first ones to notify you whenever tickets go on sale. And we're starting to update that website. Joe, I know you've been working on some videos from this past conference that we can feature. That way, people that haven't been to the conference can see what it's all about and what we're doing there. We also have the Guilty by Association truck show coming up in September. That's right here in our home turf, Joplin, just right down the road at 4 States. So we're excited to show up there. As Jared mentioned, we don't actually have a booth, but we're going to be sending quite a few guys to that show that we'd love to meet up with you, and we'll be bringing some swag, stuff like that.
And this truck show happens, is it every 2 years?
Yep. It's biannual.
You can't miss it.
Yeah.
This is the year. We're going to do it. We're going to be there, and it's going to be a blast. So.
Yeah. They, I was looking on the website, man. They had it sounded like they got Sammy Kershaw and Aaron Tippin and
wow. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, some pretty good performers that they got lined up. So it sounds like it's going to be a pretty good one this year.
Big old family reunion. So.
Yeah. So last but not least, guys, if you have any prayer requests that you may just for family members or other bulk haulers or people in your life and you just want them prayed over, definitely be sure to send us an email, prayer@bulkloads.com. We take that very seriously, and we pray every day on those people, and we pray every morning as a team. So be sure to send that over. It's all confidential. Nothing will get out, and it's not blasted anywhere. We just take it personal as a company, and we pray over that individually. So with that being said, if you guys know of anyone who could benefit from this podcast and, wants to learn more information about vibrators, be sure to just subscribe, and send this to a friend. That way they can get the information as well. So anything else, Joe?
I think we hit on everything.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you. God bless.